What's going on, guys? Player Junior back with another F1 2020 video, and today we have some sponsor renewals here. Two sponsor renewals, as you can see. I do need to try and get a bit more financial support, as basically I'm looking to get a better driver, but I cannot do that earning little money, so I need to try and you know, get up there and see what I possibly can do with my money and stuff like that. So yeah, we're going to sort it out here. I do believe, let's have a look here. Right, so we've got to achieve at least one podium position within the team. Do that all the time. As a team, complete a total of 100 laps during a race weekend. That's just not possible because we don't do that. Achieve a podium finish. We can definitely do that. So we're going to take them on board, which gives us a pretty nice amount of money there. So then let's continue to have a look. Achieve and hold first position for 4 laps. That's pretty simple for us. We do that anyway. Achieve and hold first position for 10 laps. We do that. Achieve and hold first position for 3 laps. Achieve and hold position for 2 laps. Score 33 constructors points. Achieve pole position during qualification. We do that, and that will give us extremely nice money. So we will take them 2 new sponsors on board. I do believe we have a few activities, not much to be honest leading into it, but we do have a press interview. So yeah, let's use this wisely. And we're going to do 2 for the durability, and then we do a podium celebration party as our activities here. And we shall advance through here, and yeah, this should lead us into the press conference. So let's get into the press conference, and let's see what they have to say during this lovely...
Your car's been able to challenge the very top teams. Is it safe to say you've surprised everyone? Your second driver really seems to be improving at a rapid pace. How dedicated are they? Will you be looking for someone else if you're successful? Would it be safe to say that in terms of team orders, your career comes first in your team? Do you see your relationship with your second driver being long-term, or will you be looking for someone else if you're successful? It's been wonderful to spend some time with you. Best of luck out on track.
So we just had that tricky interview. I answered a few questions that maybe were a bit, but he did ask 2 of the same questions, so I'm a little bit confused about what his aim there was. But yeah, it's whatever really. But yeah, as you do see, we do have a season break. So we're going to get into the season break. We've had it, our durability and everything's gone up. So let's have a look at the R&D tree. We do have a part that failed in the durability, so we will hammer that through as it has a better chance of getting on it now. We're going to go for the power engine upgrade there, and we will also go for what is this? A chassis upgrade also here. So we will. Oh no, do we have enough money? I don't think we actually have enough money. Oh, we do. There we go. Chassis department upgrade there. Use our points wisely. Do we have any more points for this? No, I think we are all done here with everything. So we will allow that, and we've got more money here to spend on upgrades for the sort of area. So I do want to upgrade our durability center, as it has been sort of not controversial, but could be doing better. And we're also going to upgrade the aerodynamics also if we can. Actually no, aerodynamics has got 2 upgrades there, so we'll go for the the chassis place, and we'll do that up as well for the fabrication. But yeah, let's advance the time along, and yeah, so we're going to be getting into the Belgium Grand Prix. So if you guys are new around here, please do hit the like button. If you're brand new around here, please do hit the sub button. And yeah, let's get into the Belgium Grand Prix, and let's see how we get on in the So guys, welcome back to the qualifying pace, or the qualifying sim, whatever you would like to call it, ladies and gents, here at the Belgium Grand Prix. I never realised, doing all my practices and bits like that, I never realised how much I actually love this track. Honestly, I couldn't believe it. When I was doing the practices, I was like, man, I actually fully love this track. It's one of my favourites, up there. I know I say this about every track, but my goodness, this is definitely one of my favourites. One of my understated favourite tracks, I must admit. The hill section is a bit of a tense your butt cheeks moment, but I honestly can't complain, you know. I honestly can't complain. The track itself is absolutely beautiful. Like I said, the hill section is very, you know, tense your butt cheeks, but apart from that, I can't complain. It is an absolute beautiful track. And this part here, because it's so quick going through there, 186 miles per hour through there, but I can't complain. I actually love this track. Doing it, I was a bit worried. I was like, Belgium, I can't remember this track. And then when I started racing again, I fell, you know, back in love with the track fully, as we do set a good fastest sector one. Sorry guys. Fastest sector one there. But yeah, like I said, I actually fully love this track. I couldn't believe it. Like, I was a bit worried because I was like, what's the Belgian one? And then when I raced, I was like, oh my goodness, I remember this track. Honestly, I could not believe it. It's absolutely nutty, if you ask me. I have full confidence. The car has been performing amazing throughout practice, and as you can see in the qualifying pace, or the qualifying sim here, we're absolutely blitzing it. We're smashing the time right now. The car is phenomenal on this track. It's unbelievable. So really nothing to worry about, you know, considering in the last practice for the last race, I was engine failure, this failure, wheels falling off, you know, all this rubbish. No, for this, absolutely blitzing, and just no problem at all. As you can see, just leisurely driving around this track with absolute confidence and ease. And the only thing is when you hit those corners, your back end does spin out a little bit, but as you can see, no problem at all. Absolutely slamming it. Probably the quickest lap of this session with a 151. I couldn't possibly even set a faster lap, but yes guys, that's been the qualifying pace, and yeah, I will speak to you guys again when we get into the one-shot qualification.
Was today a good day for you? What's the secret ingredient for your performance today? You scraped the walls a few times. Were you struggling for grip? Great. Well, that's everything.
So, getting into the one-shot qualification here, guys. Like I said, going into this very confident. very confident we can get the P1. Honestly, can't really see much of a competition from any other car. You know, we set the fastest lap by far in the qualifying pace. You know, no other car was anywhere near us. I think, you know, the car behind us was nowhere near us. As you can see right now, I'm already pulling away from what was the Ferrari that is now the Mercedes. Honestly, nobody can have me in this race unless I absolutely bottle a pit stop again like I did in the last race. Nobody can have me, honestly. This car is way too good. I genuinely, look, I've cocked up there, but guess what? My car is still in the lead. I'm that confident that this car can do absolute bits and that I'm going to get the P1. I'm having a bit of a rocky start right here, but honestly, ready? I'm going to pull away. The Mercedes stands no chance. This car we've got right now is an absolute frigging machine. I can't tell you. I can't tell you, honestly. I wish I could say to you, right guys, this is why this car's so great. But honestly, this car is absolutely phenomenal, and I genuinely can't. I don't like last race. You saw we was behind by a lot, and we catched up with the pack, and still took home the P1, even though we bottled our pit stop. And look at this car. Look at it. The poor Mercedes, that in real life is the best car on the track, is being left in the dust. Honestly, it's being left in the absolute dirt behind me. And my car, like I said, there was no worry or doubt in my mind that we was not going to get this pole position for this race. And as we do come up to the line here and we cross it there. Ready, guys? 3, 2, 1, P1, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, we just hammered it. Absolutely hammered it. And yeah, not much more to say except the race is going to be a saucy one. We're probably going to absolutely hammer it because this is our track. And confidence is blowing. But the real question is, where is Mr. Aiken? He's in 19th. He's ahead of Roman Grosjean, George Russell and Latifi. Mr. Jack Aiken is making his way up the leaderboard. Hallelujah, ladies and gents. Let's advance through. I don't know if we have an interview. If we don't have an interview, then we'll get into the race. But we will see. You never know. We might have a cheeky interview with Claire. We might. But and then we might not. We do have an interview with Claire. I knew it. What's this lady got to say? So, great qualifying session. Are you feeling safer ahead of the pack? To be honest, I'm disappointed that there will be less people to overtake. Of course, ahead of the pack, you're really going to see what the engine can do. Definitely less to worry about when it keeps the team happy. We'll go with a nice, you know, make the team feel good about themselves. Are you happy where you'll be on the grid tomorrow? I'm excited to be this far up the grid as it gives me the best shot at points. Team plays the biggest part. I'll just drive the car. Our work on the aero package has paid off. The team plays a biggest part. I just drive the car, ladies and gents. I'm so modest. But yes, guys, that's the interview with Claire. And let's get into the actual race itself. And yeah, let's see how we got on in the Belgium.
Welcome along then to the Belgian Grand Prix, the race that gave us the maiden victory for the Jordan team in 1998. And in the same team, the phenomenal debut of a young Michael Schumacher. There's always something special around one of the many corners of this fan favourite circuit. Spa-Francorchamps then, a historic 19-corner circuit with a lap distance of 4.35 miles. There's over 100 metres of elevation change here, and with long stretches of the lap spent flat out, a good top speed will be vital for success. Alongside me to discuss all the action today is Anthony Davidson. Thanks for joining us, Ant. And tell me, you were down in the pit lane earlier. How do you think the track conditions are today?
Well, the surface looks clean enough, but I'm a little bit worried about the track temperature. It's pretty cool out there, which could give some teams difficulties when it comes to keeping their tyres in the right operating window. The cars out there that work their tyres hard and really put a lot of energy through them, they'll be the ones that are better off.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Bird lines up on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Leclerc, Sebastian Vettel, and Verstappen, Norris, Albon, Ocon, and Daniel Ricciardo, Perez, KVYAT, Pierre Gasly, and Raikkonen, Stroll, Giovinazzi, Kevin Magnussen, and Jack Aitken, Grosjean, Russell, Sainz, and Nicholas Latifi. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Okay, a podium result could be difficult to achieve this race, so let's focus on getting a high points finish.
So guys, we're going to be getting into this lovely Belgium Grand Prix here. As you did see the lovely intro, that is lights out and away we go as we do swerve a little bit to start off here. But we have got an absolute fabulous start as we need to concentrate now. Doing a bit of hard braking through there, and now we've got to lay down the power. This is the speed section of the course. We have been one of the cars throughout the whole of the weekend that has absolutely smashed it, and we have not faulted at all, and let's hope that we don't scuff up now leading into this this race here. As you can see, the Mercedes early pressure from Hamilton and Bottas from behind, and then the two red horses behind them of the Ferraris, which is Charles Leclerc and Mr. Seb Vettel. Blimey, couldn't get my words out there. But yeah, I went into this race quite confident, but we seem to be having a bit more pressure from the Mercedes than I was kind of anticipating, to be honest. I thought like I would have been miles ahead by now, but no. The Mercedes are behind us, so this is an interesting start from them and an interesting start from me as well, to be honest. But we've just got to make sure we keep up the pressure and hold on to what we have. And we do really want to win this race, as I did go into this race feeling very confident, saying how good I was on this track. And really, you know, blowing my own trumpet. So let's hope that the trumpet don't turn around and shoot me in my own face. Honestly, I don't think it will, but we'll see, you know. We'll see. And yeah, as you can see in the top corner, bloody battery low, can you bloody believe it? I'm not playing on the stick, I'm actually playing on the controller. I usually have my steering wheel. Christ, what happened to my voice? Steering wheel set up. But yeah, I don't have it set up, so I've had to go with the controller, and as you did see in that top corner, the controller was dying. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to set up the steering wheel. I have just finished my work shift and gone straight into filming, so I'm trying to put as much energy into this as I possibly can. But yeah, obviously I've had a shower and that. Christ, that made me sound like I'm a stinky git by saying I literally finished work, jumped on here without showering. I have had a shower, and yes, but that is why I'm using the controller, because I didn't get time to set up my steering wheel, and I just wanted to film this episode and pump it out for you guys as quick as I can. Taking that corner very gingerly there, but it's all alright. We held on pretty good there, pulling away now from the pack, which is very nice to see. Gives me that little bit of comfortability, you know. I don't want them to be all up my arse throughout the whole of the race. Obviously I want a bit of a race like last race, but I don't want too much so that I am in trouble, or that their car is being very overpowering. But I just think that the start of the races are always the same. They're always a bit tight, and then as the race goes on, it genuinely usually starts to stretch out and scatter out. So yeah, can't really complain, to be honest. But yes, let's see what we can do here as we do come around. Feeling confident now, pulling away from the Mercedes, the two Ferraris behind them. So it'd be interesting to see if the Mercedes do finish in the 2 and 3, and I do think they will. But that won't be good for us, because obviously we want the constructors to do well. I'm interested to see where Mr. Aitken finishes in this race also, because obviously he is our new protege to our team, as we did get rid of Luis Ghietto because he wasn't doing a good enough job. But be interested to see where Mr. Aitken does finish. Hope it doesn't prove me wrong. Obviously, I have picked up a few more expensive contracts so that we can get a better driver in next time we do get the opportunity to do get a better driver in, as we do have this tight little corner here. I do like this corner though. It breaks it up nicely, and if you can pull away from this corner as quickly as you can, then it is good. And now DRS has been enabled, but we have to be behind someone for that to work, so that's interesting. I really need to tighten myself up on that corner, because at the moment I'm not going through that corner very well. I'm kind of going very wide, and then that allows the car behind to try to slip in, but luckily the car has the power to pull away from the rest of the pack here. But not too much to talk about so far in the race. It is in lap number 3 out of 11, so we'll just see if anything else occurs. But like I said, going into this race I was very confident, yeah, but yeah, as you still see, it is the same lineup as it was.
Be aware that we will start to see a loss of power.
And yeah, as you just heard from Jeff there, we are going to see a loss of power, which is not good for us. So we need to try and pull away from the pack as much as we can. We will be losing a loss of power. I think the engine's having a bit of a meltdown at the moment. It's luckily we've sort of hammered out a good lap already. Let's have a look at the old ICU here. The engine looks okay, but we could be feeling a loss of power at some point. But hopefully not so much that the Mercedes can overtake us. Enough so that they can catch up with us, but not that much so that they can overtake us, because that would be absolute loss for us. But yeah, we're pulling away even further now, really starting to stretch our legs in this beautiful car at this beautiful track of Belgium, really stretching those legs as far as we possibly can now. And yeah, we're doing absolutely amazing as we come up to the tight corner there, but absolutely screw up the braking. We have a 5-second penalty for corner cutting. That was absolutely awful of me there. I cannot believe that. That is a very unlike me mistake to make, and we need to make up this time now. The loss of engine power needs to go away so that we can make up the 5 seconds away from everybody else, because that is not good for us. That 5 seconds will cost us dearly, and could cost us the P1 or the podium if we don't manage to make up the time. And that is outrageous from me there. I just didn't pay concentration, and clearly thought I basically had more of a corner than I did. So yeah, we do have a 5-second penalty there, and that is very bad for us. We're either going to serve that in the pit or at the end of the race. I really hope it will be during the pit, because I feel like we can afford that. And yeah, my goodness, that corner cut there was very bad by me. I wasn't paying attention. I braked way too late there, so that is absolutely outrageous from me there. So yeah, I need to be more careful of that in the future, especially when we go on the harder difficulties, because I'm going to get penalised even more for that. So we've got to be extra careful there. And yeah, we just need to wake up and pay attention in this race, as we are on lap number 4 now. And yeah, like I said, hopefully, I do believe we're probably going to have to serve that in the pit, which I hope. But then that does allow the cars behind, aka Hamilton and Bottas, to overtake us. So we need to try and make as much ground away from them, so that when we do go into pit, it won't affect us as much as what we sort of hope it would, or what we sort of think it will. And here comes the corner I did just get the penalty on, and yeah, I need to brake. There we go, taking that corner a lot better now than we did just a second ago, which did cause us to have the penalty, as we are now onto the straight here. We're on lap 11, as the pit window is open for us now. And yeah, we're going to go in this pit and hopefully serve our penalty so that we can come out and overtake any cars that are ahead of us. But yeah, we're going to see now as we do come through to this very tight, quick section, if you ask me. It's probably the quickest section of the track there. Didn't set a very quick time through there. We usually go a lot quicker than what we just did, but we are now onto the straight, pulling away from the pack. But when we get into these corners, I'm sure the pack will bunch up once more, but we are not 100% sure what will happen here, ladies and gentlemen, as we are going to be driving very, very carefully now, trying to not receive any more penalties throughout the race, because we cannot afford it, especially after we have our pit. After we've had our pit, then we definitely can't afford it, because then that is going to be added onto our end of the race situation. But honestly, I don't know yet. We might not. It might be added onto the end of the race situation as it is, as we do lose the front end and we almost spin out there, ladies and gents. Holy blimmin' hell. We went onto the curb there and almost lost the car, but we had to regain control. That is absolutely outrageous. We rid the curb a bit there, rid our luck, and the car almost lost it, but we managed to regain the traction from the car. My God, this race has turned from bad to worse for us. We have a penalty and then we almost lose the whole of the car. Some great steering from me there to keep hold of it. I cannot believe that, as we do go wide there. We're losing our head right now. The penalty has got to us. It's got to us, and we need to make sure that we turn up now and concentrate. Go into the pit, serve what we got to do, and then come back out a fresh new driver. My goodness, I do believe that either Bottas or Hamilton is coming in. It is a Lewis Hamilton that is coming to the pit with us. As you see the Mercedes mechanics there coming out. We've got to go right to the end of the pit lane here, as you do see. And yeah, this 5 seconds going to feel like forever. It will, and we deserve it. We shouldn't be doing what we're doing. As you see Lewis Hamilton coming out now. Can we pull out in front of Hamilton? And yes, we do. The mechanics have done an absolute sterling job there. We got served our 5 second penalty, and our mechanics have done an absolute sterling of a job, as we almost smashed into Magnussen there on the pit exit. I did not see until the literal last minute. That is absolutely crazy from me there. But our mechanics there have done an absolute sterling job. Really, really well done to our mechanics there. Being able to pull that off, having the 5 second penalty, and then pulling off a very, very quick pit stop. But Valtteri Bottas is out of the session. Valtteri is out of the session. I repeat, Valtteri Bottas is out of the session. I'm not too sure what has happened to old Valtteri there, but I'm sure it will pop up on the screen now. And I just cannot believe it. Valtteri's out. Pit stop was amazing by our team to allow us the opportunity to, you know, push forward as much as we can. I cannot absolutely believe it. It is outrageous. I cannot believe it. It is outrageous there. But yeah, Valtteri Bottas is out of the race. That is a big blow for Mercedes there. I did just say Mercedes P2, P3, but no, it is not happening. For the first time this season, I think that the Mercedes are out of the race. It is just absolutely pandemonium here at Belgium. I cannot believe it. Not only did I get my time penalty, we get an insane pit stop, and then Bottas is out of the race. That is crazy for Mercedes there. I'm not going to be happy about that one. As everyone ahead of us is still in the softs, there should be a few guys that are going to stay out, and then a few that are going to go in, as I did say there. KVYAT having a little love tap there, following KVYAT through, but now we need to power down the pace as we're going to dive right, and then, oh my blimmin' God, we have spun. Ladies and gentlemen, we have absolutely just slammed into the back of KVYAT there. We tried to go for a dive on the right and he blocked us, and our wheel hit the back of him. My goodness, this is an absolute crazy race here. The Russian torpedo blocked me. He absolutely blocked me. I was going for a dive on the right, and then the Russian torpedo just pulled out to the right, and I slam into the back of him and almost lose the car, but I didn't. I managed to keep hold of it and not spin out once more. This race has been absolutely outrageous, with Giovinazzi and Mr. KVYAT ahead of me. Obviously them two still need to pit, but my God, I am going to be more careful with KVYAT here, as he is a bit of a live wire, as I've just learned. Tried to go for an overtake on the right, but now we're going to really push up on him. Go down this left side here of KVYAT, try and overtake, as he goes for a little nudge there, and he's still nudging me. Absolutely slamming into the side of my car there, that KVYAT is doing. My living God, what a race. KVYAT there absolutely showing me that there is no mercy here from the Russian. This is absolutely crazy crazy right now. Obviously we've got Giovinazzi ahead of us and we can overtake him, but I don't know what his flavour is going to be. Is it going to be the same as KVYAT? But no, it's not. The pure racing power of my car is overtaking there, as I can see KVYAT trying to go down my right side there. This has been an absolute phenomenal race, but the Alfa Romeo is actually still keeping up with my car. This is absolutely crazy right now, as we do need to brake. Braking very hard there as we do come round. Obviously Giovinazzi needs to go in and pit, which is what he is doing, and the same for Mr. Danny KVYAT. So now we will have the actual race lineup, which is Hamilton in P2 and Charles Leclerc in P3. That is absolutely mental. Teammates in the pit. Mr. Jack Aiken is in the pits. This has been an absolute phenomenal race. I cannot tell you. This race has been absolutely outrageous. We've had mini crashes. We've had me almost lose the car, not once but twice. We've had me get a time penalty. This is just absolutely crazy race right now. Belgium is really serving up some of the best. Obviously Bottas is out as well, so that is a very big blow for Mercedes, but very good for our championship hopes, as long as Mr. Aiken can make up the time. Obviously I don't know if he's going to be able to, as he's only just gone into the pits, and that is the 8th lap. So he only has a few laps there to make up any spaces that he will. He will be down the bottom end with KVYAT and Giovinazzi. But I believe in Mr. Aiken there, as our car is outrageous, as you have seen. The pure racing power against the Alfa Romeo, just to take it on the inside, was absolutely crazy. But yeah, we are doing really well at the moment. I'm just going to go for a check over the car, see what's happening here. The car seems to be running very nicely. Very warning signs whenever I brake, but that's completely fine. We've set another fastest sector 2. I think we're probably going to set another fastest lap of the race, if I'm honest. And yeah, we're going to see how we can do here, because we've been doing bloody marvellous. And yeah, it's just been insane. And our car is holding out pretty well. We did have an engine loss, or a power engine failure, or whatever you want to call it, and yeah, we had to make up a bit of time, but to be honest, that was no problem at all. We've been absolutely doing amazingly here at this race, setting another fastest lap, as I just said, and we are on lap 9 now of 11. We are pulling away from the rest of the pack. Hamilton and Leclerc are behind us, but as you can see on the board, little Albon has sneaked up into 4th, which is splitting up the Ferraris. That is very good by Albon there. But I haven't seen Max up in the board at all, so interested to see where Max finishes this race. He hasn't been in the race in a while. The last couple of races he was up with the top dogs, but this race he has got nowhere to be seen. This obviously isn't one of Max's favourite tracks, but luckily for me it is. This is one of my favourite tracks, so for me I've been very fortunate to not have another penalty when I slammed into the back of KVYAT. I do just genuinely think that was a racing incident. I tried to go down the right and KVYAT slammed the door shut quite sharply on me. So yeah, we have to make sure that we are doing everything here to make sure that we're not cocking up at all. And yeah, as I just asked about the vehicle, and he said nothing's wrong with it, just focus on the race. So let's get a full race update and see what's happened with the race. Lewis Hamilton is behind us. 7.5, even though it's reading 7.8 for us, but he must be closer than what I think. And yeah, obviously we have to see these tyres through now. We're coming around to the 10th lap. This race has been nothing short of a thriller, and Belgium has served up some real good racing today. And yeah, not down to my own mistakes in certain areas, but down to the fact that how good this car is. I just cannot believe how much raw power it had, and how it took that Alfa Romeo out, like, or just overtook the Alfa Romeo like the car wasn't even there. But then when we was on the straight, the Alfa Romeo seemed to keep up with me. So honestly, the car might not have as much raw power as what I actually think it has. So we may be in the wrong there. Who knows? But lap number 10 now. We're coming back through. Nobody's near me, so we can kind of go into cruise control and hope that we don't cock up anymore. And yeah, do what we have to do to win this race. I genuinely cannot say it, stress it anymore. We need to do what we can do to win this race. There's no two ways about it, as we do follow it around now, follow it through as well. And yeah, as we're doing amazingly right now. As we go on the gravel track and almost lose it. I don't know what's going on with my car, but I genuinely can't explain what's happened in this race. The carnage that has been happening is just outrageous. I genuinely cannot wait for real simulation damage. I'm going to be in some trouble because I'm going to be more patient. I can't be trying to make these ballsy dives because I'll be losing wheels and wings left, right and centre. But it's going to add a new interesting factor to the series, if you ask me. I feel like the cars that go out, it won't just be engine failures, it'll be wheels flying off, wings smashed into the ground, and yeah, we'll have some major crashes, and hope that you know, you get a bit more exciting stuff going on during the race. Sorry, I have a very top lip and it's really annoying me, but I'm trying to race, and yeah, so we got to continue with what we are doing here, following it through, coming up to the start line for the final lap of the race. It looks like we just may set another fastest lap, so we're going to have a look, see what does happen here, and yeah, we'll just see what happens, and let's hope that obviously we can set it. We still do have the fastest lap of the race, so fingers crossed with what happens here, and hope that we can do a lot better and yeah, do as good as what we hope we can do. And yeah, coming through this very fast section now, last lap of the race, we are miles ahead of any other racers. So when we was behind the racers, we had a bit of trouble, but we haven't had any more trouble since being ahead of all the racers now, and we can just sort of go into cruise control and take this as a victory lap here for the team. I just cannot believe it. What a race it has been. Didn't expect this much excitement. I was kind of expecting a little bit like, you know, on and off, not too much going on, but clearly more going on than what I expected or what I thought was going to be going on. So yeah, this has been an absolute crazy race here as we do come round now. Like I said, this is more of a victory lap for me. Nobody is near me, but Hamilton is cutting down the time quite rapidly. A minute ago he was like 11 points something ahead, and now we're down to 8, so he's catching up, but he's not going to be able to catch me. I'm way too far ahead now for him to even think about, you know, withstanding a chance to come and get me. But you never know, he quite possibly might be able to get me, but we'll have to wait and see. Honestly, we will have to wait and see what is going on as we do come round now, almost at the finish line, the victory lap as I like to call it, as we do brake early here, make sure we don't cause any more mistakes. Checkered flag for us, and it is a very decent win in the Belgium Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. We have won the Belgium Grand Prix, and we have got the first position, P1. I genuinely can't explain how happy that makes me, and yeah, I just genuinely just can't. I am so pleased that that race is over with. So much happened in the race, just absolute craziness. But let's have a look at my guy getting out the car first of all. So there he is, the absolute legend. That is my guy. He's very pleased with himself. He's like, yep, the team's like, well done, you've smashed it today. And my team smashed it. Honestly, the team smashed it. Let's take our hats off for the team. There is Mr. Esteban Ocon in 7th. I don't know why they're showing him. He must have been driver of the day, I'm guessing. But there we are on the podium. It is a P2 for Lewis Hamilton and a P3 for Charles Leclerc. So Hamilton is our new rival. So it is very good to be ahead of Hamilton, honestly. He's one of the guys that I wanted to be ahead of, and I did get ahead of Hamilton there, as he does give me a hose off. And I'm probably going to turn around and hose him off, or I'm not going to, because I don't care about Lewis Hamilton, as he is my rival. And yeah, what a race. The Belgian Grand Prix did not let me down at all. It showed what a quality track it is, as we do go up in the podium pass here to tier number 4, I do believe. So we will get the We Racers 1 car livery. So that's a very nice livery there, as we are in P1, Lewis Hamilton P2. and Charles Leclerc in P3, Sebastian Vettel P4, Max Verstappen in P6, that is crazy, Esteban Ocon in P7, Lando Norris in P8 for the McLaren there. But let's have a look at our teammate. Where is he? Mr. Jack Aiken did finish in P18. He basically finished where he started, so I guess I can't complain. Well done, Mr. Jack Aiken. And yeah, let's have a look at the standings right now. Obviously, drivers' standings, I am miles ahead. Constructors, Mercedes are still miles ahead, but we are slowly gaining. We're 99 points behind, but it can still be done. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of our F1 2020 episode here in Belgium. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're new around here, please do hit the like button. If you're brand new around here, please do hit the subscribe button. Trying to reach 100 subs before the end of the year. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I've been Player Junior. Thanks for watching. Peace, guys. Woo!